Anti-tank systems on self-propelled vehicle chassis are one of the most common and sought-after types of high-powered weapons, having gained popularity during World War II and still being used in various parts of the world today. Although at first glance these vehicles equipped with cannons or mortars on tracked or wheeled chassis can quickly destroy enemy armored vehicles, they're not the biggest threats. Today we'll tell you about the 10 most effective anti-tank missile systems in history. Let's start with the Chinese anti-tank missile armored personnel carrier HJ-9 AFT-9. This combat vehicle appeared back in the 80s of the last century, but it was presented to the general public only at a parade in 1999. The HJ-9 is a third-generation complex created by Norinco, China North Industries Corporation. Its position is an all-weather ground system and is based on the Chinese WZ-551 armored personnel carrier. The vehicle has a specialized turret with 4 guides for launching missiles and an 8-cylinder diesel engine, BF8L413F, from the German company DECEIVE. The HJ-9 can reach speeds of up to 95 kilometers an hour and travel about 800 kilometers without refueling. In addition, it's equipped with a weapon of mass destruction, WMD, protection system, an automatic fire extinguishing system, and a centralized tire inflation system. The HJ-9 has a high durability, and even with a punctured tire, it can travel about 100 kilometers. In terms of armament, we can see the Hongjian guided missile, known as the Red Arrow, which is capable of attacking targets at a distance of 100 to 5,500 meters and penetrating up to 200 millimeters of steel armor thanks to its laser guidance system. To improve accuracy, the missile is complemented by a thermal imaging sight that can locate targets at a distance of up to 4 kilometers and identify them at a distance of up to 3 kilometers, and a periscopic optical sight that allows the missile to be used even in mountainous terrain. The next in line is the 9P148, also known as Competition. This Soviet system was developed more than 40 years ago at the Tula Instrumentation Design Bureau as a modernization of the Fagot project. It's a 2-seater and is powered by a domestic GAZ-41 engine that provides a speed of up to 95 kilometers an hour and a range of up to 750 kilometers. The vehicle is armed with 9 M901 or 9 M1113 guided missiles that can hit moving targets at speeds of up to 60 kilometers an hour and stationary targets such as bunkers at distances of 75 to 4,000 meters. According to the developers, the contest can penetrate up to 600 millimeters of armor. The cockpit's equipped with 2 surveillance devices, an optical sight, a radio station, and a tank communication device. The complex has gained wide popularity not only in its homeland but also in Europe, the CIS, and the Middle East. Another interesting development from Russia, with a more modern name, Chrysanthemum, is a project of the famous Soviet designer Sergei Pavlovich Napaberny. It's based on the BMP-3 chassis and has a crew of 2. The vehicle is capable of carrying a set of 15 9M123 supersonic missiles and firing up to 4 such missiles at a distance of up to 6,000 kilometers per hour. Independent guidance systems allow the missiles to simultaneously hit 2 targets, penetrating armor with a thickness of 1,100 to 1,200 millimeters. The system is capable of moving from a stance to a combat position so quickly that there's a joke among the military that the chrysanthemum blooms in just 20 seconds. The complex is powered by a Soviet 4-stroke diesel engine, UTD-29, and can cover up to 600 kilometers without refueling. On difficult terrain, the vehicle can move at speeds of up to 45 kilometers an hour, and on the highway up to 70 kilometers an hour. The millimeter wave radar, which was supplemented by a semi-automatic laser beam guidance system, is installed as the main equipment for detecting and tracking targets in Chrysanthemum. This system is not the newest development of the Russian Air Force, but it's still important for ground units. The Kornet-D 9K135 is another Russian-made model developed based on the Reflex complex, from which it took the best. This combat vehicle, based on the new Tiger GAZ-2975 multi-purpose wheeled chassis, was created by the Tula-based DECEIVE Design Bureau and introduced in 2011. But at first glance, it can be confused with an ordinary passenger car. The Kornet-D can carry 16 9P163M1 missiles, 8 of which are in reserve. Each missile is capable of penetrating 1,300mm armor at a distance of 10,000 meters, and its rate of fire reaches 3 shots per minute. The Kornet-D launcher includes a sight that can operate in optical and infrared modes, a laser rangefinder, an optical laser device, and a target tracking vehicle with guidance drives. These Russian-made missile systems are currently used in more than 10 countries, including Turkey and Jordan, which usually use Western models. The M1134 ATGM, known as the Striker, is also a strong competitor to the rocket artillery systems. This ATGM is based on the M1126 ICV armored vehicle and is capable of stopping 14.5mm bullets and 30mm shells with a crew of 3 and a capacity for 9 more troops. It's also equipped with a centralized tire inflation system, an NBC protection system, and an automatic fire suppression system, as well as battlefield information management system that allows communication with other vehicles and command posts. The Caterpillar diesel-powered vehicle can reach speeds of up to 100 kilometers an hour, 62 miles per hour, and travel up to 500 kilometers, 300 miles. The missile carrier is capable of destroying threats at a distance of up to 4 kilometers with 15 BGM-71 TOW missiles of later modifications, which can penetrate steel armor up to 900 millimeters thick. For self-defense, the M1134 is equipped with a 7.62mm machine gun mounted above the commander's hatch. Soldiers who've operated this vehicle in Iraq have noted its reliability and ease of use. Another American development, the M901 ITV, is a self-propelled armored personnel carrier based on the M113 tracked armored personnel carrier, which was adopted in 1979. Its compact size allows it to be transported on board the C-130 Hercules aircraft. The M901 crew consists of 4 people, and its range is not inferior to modern armored personnel carriers. The turret launcher, which is capable of tracking and attacking enemy targets both day and night, can rotate 360 degrees in 10 seconds and tilt from +34 to -30 degrees. The M901 ITV, which can be used as an anti-tank vehicle on the ground, is equipped with 12 M220 TOW-guided missiles, a 7.62mm machine gun, and 2 M243 4-barrel smoke grenade launchers that can be used for defense during maneuvers on the battlefield. The main disadvantage of the unit is the inability to attack while on the move. Nevertheless, the M901 ITV is part of the arsenal of many countries, although the United States no longer uses it in its own armed forces. The Pereh, an Israeli guided missile launcher, is also quite effective. Although it's been in service with the IDF since the 1980s, the country's authorities only recognized its existence in 2015. The missile carrier, which is based on the modernized MAGA-5 tank, is equipped with 12 spike launchers, which are considered to be among the best in the world. This combat vehicle is over the horizon and can attack targets inaccessible to conventional observation with a maximum distance of 25 kilometers. In addition, it has an unusual Pereh shape, which has a dummy barrel that ensures the secrecy of the vehicle and misinformation about the enemy. The launchers are retractable, and while they're hidden, the missile tank is no different from a conventional tank. Over the past 25 years, the Pereh has participated in all IDF operations, including the 2006 Lebanon War and the Gaza War, but was decommissioned in 2017. The next system was the LAV-25, light armored vehicle developed by Canadian engineers from General Dynamics Land Systems, which was specially designed for the U.S. Marine Corps in the 1980s. The LAV-25 has a diesel engine, 6V53T Detroit, with 4-wheel drive and can reach a maximum speed of 100 kilometers an hour, 62.5 miles per hour. In addition, the vehicle can move on water. The LAV-25 crew consists of 3 people, a commander, a gunner, and a driver, and 4 passengers who are scouts with combat equipment. The fire control system includes a laser rangefinder and a combined sight, with the ammunition package contains 16 TOU or TOU-2 missiles. However, unfortunately, the launcher is reloaded manually. In addition to the Bushmaster automatic cannon, 2 7.62mm M240 machine guns, and 2 4-barrel smoke grenade launchers located on the front, left, and right sides of the turret. The LAV-25 has a very impressive combat record, having participated in the wars in the Persian Gulf, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Currently, the LAV is expected to be in service with the Marine Corps until 2035. In the future, it's planned to additionally introduce the Soviet anti-tank missile system Shturm, which will be able to hit both large armored targets and enemy manpower, field fortifications, and even low-speed air targets such as helicopters and UAVs. The Kolomna Design Bureau began the development of the Shturm in the 1970s, and 10 years later, the combat system was adopted by the Soviet Army. It proved to be highly effective during military operations in Afghanistan and Chechnya. The missile system exists in 3 variants: the self-propelled Shturm-S for the Army, the helicopter-launched Shturm-B for the Air Force, and the shipboard Shturm-LK for the Navy. The maximum speed of this combat system is 65 kilometers an hour, and it can travel up to 500 kilometers without additional refueling. The Shturm missiles include the supersonic 9M114 Kokon with a radio command guidance system, as well as corresponding developments, 9M120 Ataka with a range of up to 8,000 meters, and 9M121 with a combined radio command and laser beam control system. These projectiles can hit targets at an altitude of up to 3,000 meters. The system has a special feature in the use of the dust combat mode, which allows missiles to be launched not only in a direct flight, but also along a trajectory over the target, which provides the operator with the ability to see the target in any weather conditions. This feature was one of the reasons why the Shturm gained popularity in numerous countries, and it's still in use in more than 20 countries. The last on our list is the American Self-Propelled Anti-Aircraft Missile System, ADATS, Air Defense Anti-Tank System, developed by Oerlikon in cooperation with the American company Martin Marietta in 1979 to 1984. ADATS has a modular design that allows it to be installed on various types of tracked or wheeled vehicles supplied by the American Food Machinery and Chemical Corporation. For example, the version for the Canadian Army was mounted on the chassis of the M113 Armored Personnel Carrier, and the prototype for the U.S. Army, which was not put into production, was mounted on the chassis of an M901 Bradley Armored Personnel Carrier. The system includes reliable communication and data transmission, a friend or foe identification system, and a powerful radar capable of detecting aircraft and helicopters at a distance of up to 25 kilometers and an altitude of up to 7 kilometers. Depending on the terrain, ground armored targets can be detected at a distance of up to 10 kilometers. In addition, this system can track up to 6 targets simultaneously. The system's equipped with 8 laser-guided MIM-146 anti-aircraft guided missiles capable of penetrating up to 900 millimeters of armor at speeds of up to Mach 3. It's worth noting that the Canadian version does not have a 25mm automatic cannon and a 12.7mm machine gun, which were planned for the American version. So that's all I have to say about this system. What'd you like most about the launcher? Did I miss any worthy competitors? Share your thoughts in the comments below this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon.